There was a time when cars were not judged by speed, luxury, or beauty alone, but by something far more important: survival. In the middle of fuel crises, rising accident deaths, and economic uncertainty, one machine appeared with a completely different purpose. It was not built to impress people at traffic lights. It was built to protect families, survive decades, and continue working long after other cars had disappeared. This is the story of the Volvo 240, a machine that quietly became one of the most respected automobiles ever created. And as you move through this story, you begin to understand something powerful. Sometimes, the greatest cars are not the fastest or the most expensive, but the ones that refuse to fail when human life depends on them. The Volvo 240 was born during one of the most uncertain decades in modern automotive history. The 1970s were defined by oil crises, economic instability, and growing fear on the roads. Fuel prices had exploded, accident statistics were rising globally, and buyers were beginning to ask different questions. Instead of chasing horsepower and flashy styling, people wanted reliability, durability, and protection. Volvo understood this shift better than most manufacturers. The Swedish company believed a car should not simply transport people, it should protect them. That philosophy shaped the entire 240 project. Engineers focused less on excitement and more on long-term survival. Every decision, from the structure of the body to the choice of suspension, was made with one clear objective: create a car capable of protecting its passengers in the harsh realities of everyday life. This mindset separated the Volvo 240 from nearly every competitor of its era. To truly understand the Volvo 240, you must understand the man behind one of the most important safety inventions ever created: Niels Bohlin. Before joining Volvo, Bohlin worked in aviation safety, designing ejection systems for military aircraft. He understood how violent forces affect the human body during sudden impacts. In the late 1950s, Volvo asked him to solve a growing problem in the automotive world: seatbelts that failed to properly protect passengers. His solution became revolutionary: the three-point seatbelt. One strap across the chest, another across the waist, creating a system that distributed crash energy across the strongest parts of the body. It was simple, effective, and life-saving. In 1959, Volvo introduced it as standard equipment and then made the patent free for the entire automotive industry. No licensing fees, no restrictions. Volvo believed saving lives mattered more than profits. By the time the Volvo 240 arrived in 1974, this philosophy had become deeply embedded into the company's identity. At first glance, the Volvo 240 looked almost aggressively simple. Its boxy shape, upright proportions, and flat surfaces appeared completely disconnected from the sleek sports cars of the era. But the design was intentional. Every angle served a purpose. The car's reinforced passenger compartment, known as the safety cage, was engineered to remain intact during serious accidents, while the front and rear sections absorbed crash energy through crumple zones. This level of structural safety was unusual in the 1970s. Many manufacturers still prioritized styling and performance over crash protection. Volvo did the opposite. The thick pillars improved structural integrity. The upright windows improved visibility. The square body created more predictable crash behavior. Even the interior was designed for clarity and control rather than decorative luxury. The Volvo 240 did not try to look futuristic or emotional. It looked honest. And that honesty became one of the reasons people trusted it so deeply. Mechanically, the Volvo 240 followed the same philosophy of simplicity and endurance. Its engines were not exotic or high performance. Most versions used durable four-cylinder units ranging from 2.0 to 2.3 liters, designed primarily for longevity rather than speed. The suspension system combined a McPherson strut setup in the front with a strong rear beam axle, a layout chosen because it could survive terrible roads, harsh winters, and decades of use without major failure. One of the car's most important technical innovations was the introduction of the Lambda sensor in the late 1970s. This oxygen sensor continuously monitored exhaust gases and adjusted fuel mixtures for improved efficiency and lower emissions. Today, this technology is standard in modern vehicles, but at the time, it was revolutionary. Volvo was engineering for the future before most governments even required it. The result was a car that earned a reputation for extraordinary durability. It became common to see Volvo 240s surpassing 300,000 or even 500,000 kilometers while continuing to run reliably. When the Volvo 240 entered global markets, reactions were mixed. Critics often described it as boring, slow, and visually unexciting compared to the dramatic designs of American muscle cars or European sports coupes. But owners quickly discovered something far more valuable than style: trust. The 240 rarely surprised its owners with catastrophic failures. It started in cold weather. It handled long distances calmly. It protected families in serious accidents. And over time, that reliability created deep loyalty. In the United States, the Volvo 240 became especially popular among professors, architects, engineers, and families who valued intelligence over status. In the United Kingdom, the estate version became famous among professionals who needed a dependable car capable of carrying both people and equipment across difficult roads. The Volvo 245 wagon, in particular, became an icon of practicality. It was spacious, durable, and almost impossible to kill mechanically. Slowly, the Volvo 240 transformed from an ordinary family car into a cultural symbol, a machine chosen by people who valued logic, safety, and long-term thinking. Over its long production life, the Volvo 240 expanded into multiple variants while keeping its core philosophy intact. The 244 sedan offered balanced practicality with 4 doors and understated styling. The 245 Estate became the most beloved version, known for its enormous cargo capacity and unmatched usefulness. There was also the rarer 242 Coupe, which introduced a slightly sportier appearance while remaining faithful to Volvo's safety-focused identity. During the 1980s, Volvo introduced turbocharged versions of the 240, proving that safety and performance did not have to be enemies. The 240 Turbo delivered surprisingly quick acceleration while maintaining the same structural durability and reliability. Higher trim levels like the GL and GLE added leather interiors, improved audio systems, and more comfort-focused features, but the car never lost its original purpose. Regardless of trim level or engine choice, every Volvo 240 carried the same DNA: honesty, durability, and protection above everything else. The Volvo 240 remained in production from 1974 until 1993, an incredibly long lifespan in the automotive industry. During those 19 years, more than 2.8 million units were produced. While other manufacturers constantly redesigned vehicles to chase trends, Volvo evolved the 240 slowly and carefully, improving the same core structure rather than replacing it entirely. That consistency helped create one of the most reliable cars ever built. Even today, decades after production ended, thousands of Volvo 240s remain on the road around the world. Mechanics still praise their simplicity. Enthusiasts continue restoring and preserving them. High-mileage examples are treated almost like trophies because they represent something rare in modern engineering: a machine designed to last instead of expire. In a world increasingly dominated by disposable technology and planned obsolescence, the Volvo 240 stands as a reminder that engineering can still have integrity. In 1993, the final Volvo 240 rolled off the production line in Sweden. There were no extravagant celebrations or dramatic farewell campaigns. The car simply completed its mission and left quietly, exactly the way it had lived. But its impact never disappeared. The Volvo 240 proved that safety could define an entire automotive philosophy. It proved that durability could create emotional loyalty stronger than performance or luxury. Most importantly, it proved that a car designed with responsibility could save countless lives over generations. Today, the Volvo 240 is remembered not merely as transportation, but as a symbol of engineering honesty. It was never designed to be glamorous. It was designed to be trusted. And decades later, that trust still survives. Because the Volvo 240 was more than a car. It was a promise. a promise that the people inside mattered more than the machine itself.